Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from simpleprogrammer.com. So I got an email today that I have tentatively called asshole. You'll see why here in a second. I'm going to tell you about how to deal with someone like this. But before I do, I want to take a moment to thank the sponsor of Simple Programmer, the current sponsor, which is hire.com. If you haven't heard of them already, go check them out. Go to hire.com/simpleprogrammer and fill out an application there. And what they will do is they will hook you up with the companies that are looking to hire you. So they are basically a employment company that works a little bit differently than most that you've seen. Instead of you going and putting out a resume and searching for all these companies and blasting out your resume, you fill out one application on there and they have companies come to you. It makes more sense to me. Anyway, go check them out at hire.com/simpleprogrammer. If you use that link, you'll get $2,000 instead of $1,000 when you find a job. If you're just curious, go check it out and see what it's all about. Let me know. I'm curious to hear what you have to say about it. Anyway, thank you hire.com, and thank you everyone who is helping support Simple Programmer by going and checking out the sponsors and heck, just watching me talking on the camera. Anyway, I got this email, and let's see here. I have to keep this somewhat anonymous because it's some nasty stuff here. And it says, so in my niche, I strongly believe that someone has gone above and beyond to hurt my business with my online courses. They reported my course to the website our courses are hosted on, and said I was providing illegal content, which I wasn't. After that, they joined my top-rated course that was very highly ranked with a fake account and rated it down with the lowest rating possible. They also gave me bad feedback in the process as well. This in turn dropped my course ranking significantly and made me lose roughly $500 worth of business this month. The individual then went on to upload a near replica of the content that I had created, going as far as to use the exact same mock project. And then the person has since passed my course and website rankings. My question basically boils down to, how would you address a scenario like this, if at all? So this is the nastiness. People do this. I don't know why people, like, some people create, some people destroy. And when someone wants to destroy, there's not a lot that you can do, okay? Because I'll give you an example, right? If you're willing to destroy yourself, you can destroy anyone else along with it, right? If you're willing to kill yourself, right? You know, if you're like suicide bombers or whatever, you could do a lot of damage. Okay, so if you're in the destroy mode, you know, as long as you're willing to sacrifice yourself for the cause, you could do a lot more damage. It's very hard to defend against that. In this case, in an online course, you know, what can you do in this case? I mean, the person, they can report you, right? They can join your course and reduce your rating, right? They can create content that's very similar to yours, and they can do all kinds of nasty stuff to you, and there's not a whole lot that you can do. Now, what I would encourage you to do is to win by making more stuff, right? Because here's the thing. In order for this person to do all this stuff, they have to put in a lot of effort, and it's not productive effort, right? Taking someone else down, okay, it may be somewhat productive. You may make some money from bringing your competitor down. You may, right? It may increase your market share. You may make more money. But it's never going to be as effective as making more and better stuff, right? So while they're screwing around, right, reporting you, downvoting your stuff, and they're hurting you, while they're doing all that, and they're putting in effort to do that, and it takes time to do that, right? And nasty, and you have to have a black heart, but okay, so while they're doing that, and they're taking their time, they're spending their time on that, they're not creating new stuff. They're not creating new content, okay? Now, yeah, maybe they ripped off some of your stuff from your course, but in general, when they're doing the kind of bad stuff to you, they're not creating new stuff. So, yes, it can take you down. Yes, it can hurt you. But your best defense is not to go back and attack their stuff so that both of you have less. It's instead to produce a ton more stuff. To produce so much stuff that they can't attack at all. That you've got this good thing here, you've got this good thing here, you've got this good thing here. Well, they're wasting their time screwing around trying to bring you down. You're taking that same amount of time and you're creating more and more stuff so that they can't tear it down. It takes them a lot longer to tear down your stuff than it does for you to build it, right? Because especially when you create a bunch of stuff, it's going to become even more difficult for them to have a hold, right? And the more popular your stuff is, the more widespread it is, right? The better that you're going to be, because one person won't be able to take you down, right? If you have more and more reviews and more ratings, you can mitigate that. So don't focus on getting back at this person. Don't focus on taking his stuff down. Don't get into that battle. Instead, just focus on producing more and more better content and better stuff, and keep on pumping it out there, and let him do what he's going to do, because you're not going to be able to stop him anyway, right? The best you could possibly do is take him down as well. And in this case, it doesn't make sense. You can just create more content. You can just create more stuff. Now, easy thing that you could do is that you could email the site, that where he's doing this, and you could, if you have really good proof with some screenshots, you could show what he's doing to you, and you could say, look, this isn't cool. I'm going to keep on creating my great content. I'm going to keep on going, but I wanted to make you aware of this because it is hurting me, and I definitely don't appreciate it. I'm not going to get revenge on him. I'm not going to do anything back to him, but here you go. Here's some screenshots. Here's some stuff, right? And that's probably like a low effort thing that maybe the company that has those courses would take into account, and maybe they'll nail this guy, okay? If they don't, it's fine, right? Just move on and do what you can, because you can't control, you got to think about the things that you can control in life and the things that you can't control in life, and you can't ever control someone else's behavior, right? And so, I'm not saying that, again, I did this video on not avoiding conflict, okay, which you can check out. I'm not saying to avoid conflict all the time, right? Sometimes you got to you got to take someone out, okay? I'm all about that, but in this case, it doesn't make sense. In this case, it makes a lot more sense to just produce more stuff, to make it produce so much stuff that he can't take it all down, and he's wasting his time trying to take down your stuff while you're building up this huge library and business. And 3 years down the road, he's going to have what? Stuff that he's torn down of yours, and you're going to have this whole empire. So anyway, if you like this video, go ahead and click that subscribe button below, and you'll get the videos I do. I do like 2 to 3 videos a day. And anyway, go check out hire.com. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.